Welcome to the Veteran Entrepreneur Network. I'm your host, Cameron Burrell, Army engineer veteran, entrepreneur, and fleet operations business owner. On this podcast, we talk trucking, logistics, fleet operations, entrepreneurship, business growth, leadership, and real-world lessons from the field. Let's get into today's episode.
Hook, picture this. I'm standing in a Midwest truck yard on a damp Tuesday. A driver walks up to me and says there's been no service call scheduled for this fleet that morning. I pull up the telematics feed from a shared CSV the fleet manager sent the night before, and a single ping stands out. A long idle cluster at a customer site 2 miles from the yard, plus a route overlap that means 3 trucks will return that afternoon. I call the operations manager, tell him I can send a tech in a 2-hour window, and by 4 p.m. we're on site doing a spot interior and quick exterior. That one stop turned a walk-in into a monthly contract. Small data point, big revenue shift.
Today's promise. In the next 10 minutes, I'll show you the specific telematics signals that matter for service ops, a simple prioritization playbook you can use tomorrow, low-cost tech options that don't require an IT department, and the metrics to prove value in dollars and minutes.
Point 1. Telematics basics that matter to service operations. Let's cut the noise and focus on 5 signals small service businesses can actually use: miles, idle time, geofence entries and exits, route overlap density, and last known location timestamps. Miles tell you wear and tear windows. For a lot of fleets, a truck crossing 150 to 200 miles in a day or a 5 to 7,000 mile month is a predictable candidate for an exterior wash or routine checks. Idle time is gold. Long idles in parking lots often mean drivers are doing layovers, picking up loads, or sitting through delays. Those are perfect windows for interior quick turns or spot treatments while the vehicle is stationary.
Geofence pings show behavior around sites. If a truck shows repeated short entries and exits at a distribution center, that site is primed for targeted services timed between runs. Route overlap density, when multiple assets move through the same corridor or converge on a hub within similar time windows, gives you batching opportunities. Finally, last known location timestamps help you predict return windows. If a truck is 2 hours away from the yard but completed its run, you know a technician can meet it en route rather than waiting for service at the yard.
A practical example. Say a fleet partner shares daily CSVs with time-stamped location pings and odometer reads. You sort by site and flag vehicles with 120-plus minutes of idle within 48 hours, or routes that show 3 or more assets within a 1-mile radius over a 2-hour window. Those flags become your service candidates. No API needed, no fancy dashboard, just a spreadsheet and a decision rule.
Point 2. From signals to action. Building a prioritization matrix and turning those flags into profitable runs. Start with a simple 2x2 matrix, immediate opportunity versus logistical fit. X-axis is urgency, mileage since last service, heavy idle, visible route debris. Y-axis is logistical fit, proximity to scheduled routes, crew availability, and time window. Prioritize high urgency, high fit stops first. Batch the medium fit, medium urgency stops into single trips that minimize deadhead. If you can chain 3 stops within a 15-minute drive, you've turned 3 marginal jobs into 1 efficient route.
Upsell timing. Use the data to time offers. If a vehicle shows long idle and low mileage for a few days, offer a 15-minute interior quick clean the next time it enters a geofence near your crew. If route density suggests a returning window, offer a bundled exterior plus a spot treatment for a small premium. Customers buy convenience. When you show you'll meet them en route and save their drivers time, price resistance drops.
Deadhead reduction. Measure drive time to job time. If your crews are spending 40% of the day driving between single stops, batching and route-aware scheduling can cut that to 20%. That directly improves margins and gives you room to offer faster service windows to customers, and faster windows sell better.
Point 3. Practical tech and workflow choices that don't require an IT project. Start with what customers will share. Daily CSV exports from common GPS providers, Samsara, Geotab, Verizon, and several smaller providers all let fleets export location and odometer data. If a client is hesitant, ask for the narrowest dataset: timestamps, latitude, longitude, or named geofences, and odometer. No driver names, no trip details, just operational signals and explicit written permission.
For workflows, set up a shared cloud folder where CSVs land daily. Use a simple Google Sheet or Excel macro to flag rows based on your decision rules. Create a small dispatch rule sheet. If flagged and within 20 minutes drive, assign to same-day tech. If flagged and within 1 hour but batchable, add to next run queue. Use SMS or a team messaging app to trigger crews. A short note like Unit 124 flagged, idle hotspot at Site B, can handle a 15-minute interior at 1 p.m. Reply yes to accept. Keep communications one click for field techs.
Low-cost dashboard options. Build a pivot on the spreadsheet that summarizes flagged jobs by site and by day. A simple color-coded sheet that shows estimated drive time saved and incremental revenue per visit is enough to get a fleet manager's attention. If you need automation, Zapier or Make can drop CSV rows into a Google Sheet and trigger Slack or SMS alerts. Don't overbuild. Start with manual, measure impact, then automate the repeatable parts.
Common traps and mitigations. 1. Clients won't share data. Mitigate by offering a short pilot with limited fields and a clear ROI statement, estimated time savings, and expected incremental revenue. 2. Overcomplicating tech. Mitigate by piloting with CSV exports and manual rules first. 3. Relying only on data and ignoring the yard or driver input. Always pair telematics signals with a quick driver or tech check-in to validate opportunities. Measuring success in dollars. Track 3 KPIs during your pilot: incremental revenue from data flagged visits, drive time saved per crew per day, and conversion rate of flagged opportunities to completed services. Example, a 2-week pilot with one account produced 4 additional interior jobs, generated $1,200 in new revenue, and reduced deadhead by 18% across 2 techs. That's a simple story you can scale into a proposal.
Recap and 3 immediate steps to run a pilot. Step 1. Ask a fleet partner for a 14-day CSV export with timestamps, geofence tags, and odometer. Step 2. Set your decision rules. Idle over 90 minutes, route overlap of 2+ assets within 1 mile, or 150+ miles since last wash. Step 3. Dispatch a single tech to follow the flags, track revenue per visit and drive time, then present results back to the fleet manager with the savings and the offer to roll out a recurring plan. Share those results on your socials and tag the client if they're willing. Real numbers build trust fast.
Before we close, a quick note on permission and trust. Always get written agreement on data sharing and explain what fields you need and why. Keep the data set minimal and the value statement clear. That approach removes privacy worries and focuses the conversation on operational wins.
If today's episode brought you value, snapshot your pilot plan and results and share them with me on social. I post templates and examples that you can use to pitch fleet partners. Follow @Veteran Entrepreneur Network on Instagram and LinkedIn for the CSV template, dispatch message samples, and a 1-page pilot report you can download. Reach out, show the numbers, and I'll highlight the best examples on the feed. Thanks for listening to the Veteran Entrepreneur Network. If today's episode brought you value, make sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share the podcast with another entrepreneur, owner-operator, or business professional. Keep building, keep learning, and keep moving forward. Real-world business, real strategies, real results. We'll see you on the next episode.